Hello, Steve White, Steve Arts 89. Well, Lady Gaga did a new video. I just happened to catch a pop-up on my YouTube. I didn't know she had. I knew she'd had some issues with Interscope and that she felt they weren't promoting her, and the rumor was that she'd stormed out in tears because they were promoting Billie Eilish over her, and I always want to call her Billie Eyelash. And she did perform on an awards show a little while ago, like a week or two ago, and I'm like, oh, okay, so she's not dead. But yeah, she wasn't happy with the promotion or something, blah, 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 drama, 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 and I didn't hear anything. I didn't know she was releasing new videos. I thought she wasn't sort of working with Interscope anymore. There was talk that she wanted to leave or something. There was also talk Madonna left Interscope and gone back to Warner's, so I don't know, a lot of drama. But there's a video for 911, and I wasn't I wasn't expecting it, I wasn't interested in it. I used to be a Gaga fan from Poker Face, but I kind of started hating her after Born This Way, and through art pop. I liked art pop, but I didn't like her, and then I didn't like Joanne at all. I didn't look at any of the Tony Bennett stuff. I watched A Star Is Born once, hated it profoundly, argued with everyone, well, the couple of people I know who like Gaga, I argued with them about how horrible it was, and I just was really enjoying hating her for a while. There's a lot of power in hating people sometimes. You feel quite compelled. And I thought, you know what? You don't need hate in your life. Stop hating Lady Gaga. Stop calling her Lady Gaga for starters. Although when I was searching for the actual video, because I lost the pop-up, I wrote in Lady Gaga because I'm so used to calling her that. I have to stop doing that. It's so nasty. But I was watching the video, and okay, so the video starts off in a desert, and there's a person in a black outfit on a black horse, and then you come over a mountain, a hill, sand dune, and there's Lady Gaga laying down amongst a platter of spilt fruit and a bike which has a bent up wheel, which I thought was odd, but I didn't think much about it because a lot of her videos are very surreal, a lot of images that really don't go anywhere, and I felt a lot of her art was very pretentious. Some of it was really good, but some of it was very pretentious and just surrealism that really, I mean, unless you have some insight into it, it's really empty and just images and doesn't really resonate, doesn't really connect. You're just sort of watching images. It's sort of like walking through a gallery. It doesn't really mean anything. So that was one of the issues I had with a lot of Lady Gaga's videos. Not all of them. Some of them are very basic dance performance sort of videos. But she follows this guy on the horse. They come to some sort of Mexican villa, it looks like. It's all white stucco, and it's like a little courtyard, and there's a bunch of surreal characters. There's a incredibly hot guy with long dark hair and just surreal abs. There's people in blue robes standing on the edges, observing things. They look like they're taking selfies. She's in different scenarios, different outfits. She changes like 4 times. She goes from the first outfit sort of multicolored and sort of like a light flowy sort of dress that's sort of tied, and then she changes into a blue outfit which is skimpier, and a red outfit, lots of weird face sort of coverings and all the typical Lady Gaga stuff that again sort of means nothing, is just sort of there for image's sake a lot of the time. And she's also in a black outfit with little floral paintings on it, which is like a whole suit, like literally mask and everything. And it's basically just a lot of scenarios which really don't mean anything, don't make any sense. You're just watching people walk around. It's like walking through a Salvador Dali exhibit. So I was getting really bored of it. I was like, oh God, I'm so tired of this. It's just so pretentious. It never leads anywhere. You never learn anything. You never sort of work out what it is. It's just sort of her having some expression of something. I don't know what. So I was really bored, and then it happens. There's a moment where they're in another scenario, and she's wearing the original outfit, and she seems to be standing. It sort of feels like she's sitting on a throne, but she's actually standing against a gold painted board, and it kind of looked like a stretcher. And there's a moment where there's the hot guy, and there's earlier a moment where he turns to her with his mouth open and then turns to face her, and it's quite weird. And I'm like, is he trying to eat her? Like, what is he trying to... Is it just there just for the sake of looking weird? It's just so pretentious. It feels so pretentious, and a lot of other videos have been. And then he has these two daggers on little gold like handles. And then he turns, and then they just focus on her, and she's crying as the song slowly ends or fades, and then she just there's like not screaming, but just in some sort of extreme duress. And then he turns and very mechanically pushes the knives into her chest, and then we see the real person on a stretcher getting the paddles when they wake you up from when you're basically dead. I've forgotten what they're called. And then she wakes up, and of course she's in distress. And they go around, they show all these scenes, and basically she's been hit. She was on a bike carrying fruit and was hit by a car, which I think crashed afterwards, right near an Armenian film festival. So, and that the image of that is the dark black character on the black horse in the desert. You see the people standing around watching, taking selfies, just gawking. They're the people who are in the blue outfits. The guy that was there the whole time with the hot abs is I want to say nurse, the attendant who's there with the ambulance. And the other girl, because there was another girl in the white outfit, like a very religious, ornate lace outfit with a red cross, that kind of kept reminding me of, the video, the song with the name, was this the name of the, I can't remember what it is. I can picture it in my head. So when people were sort of implying she was copying Vogue, where she was dancing in all white. Judas. God, how did I forget? No, it's not Judas. I hate it when I can't remember names. But it reminded me of that. It felt like that sort of imagery. And she's actually another attendant, and she's the one shining the light in her eyes, because the whole time she's got a mirror and she's pointing it at the light. And you realise that basically this is a woman who's been hit by a car, and she's either she's dead, or she's unconscious, and she's visualising what's happened to her. So all the things that are in the video relate to things in the real world. And funny enough, there is a mural at one point in the background, which actually they show little close-ups of everything. It actually shows everything that explains everything, but it doesn't mean anything. You're just thinking, okay, there's a mural. Okay, someone's painting on the wall, blah, blah, blah. You don't think, because I wasn't thinking that there'd be a resolution, there'd be an answer, that you'd actually find out, that there'd be a gimmick at the end showing what it all means. Because normally with Gaga, it's just a bunch of surrealism that doesn't mean anything, and it's just there for pretense sake. And the first couple of times someone does that as an artist, you think, oh, how interesting, what is it all about? And then when you sort of realise, oh, it's about nothing, sort of like David Lynch's work, it's just for the sake of it. And for their own sort of narcissism and ego, and it actually isn't there for you. There's no secrets, there's nothing to uncover, it's just them having a little artistic moment. So I was quite shocked that she did this. It feels gimmicky in a way, because it's like a certain film, which I shouldn't mention in case some people haven't seen it, where you find out, there's a couple of them, you find out at the end what everything means. Then you want to go back and watch it again to see how everything related to the sort of surprise ending. So I went back and watched it like 2 more times. And yet she's on a stretcher. The daggers, of course, are the paddles. And you see at one point where she's in the green dress, she's floating up in the sky with a white rose, and she does not look peaceful, but she does look fairly happy. And the guy who is the medic is literally holding her by a string around her ankle and pulling her down. And you see her ankle shown a bunch of times. There's an ankle bracelet and other things, and he grabs her, he holds her. Basically, her leg was cut, and they had a tourniquet on her ankle so she couldn't feel her foot. So that's what that was. So everything that happens in the video relates to something that is actually really happening to this real character. So I actually liked it, because it's like, oh, it all means something. Then I could go back and watch it again and understand it. Whereas normally, with a lot of Lady Gaga videos, if it's not just purely performance-based, just dancing and just costumes for the sake of fashion, it's usually just surrealness that really means nothing other than her just wanting to feel arty. Is how it comes across to me. So that's one of the things I didn't like about her some of the time, that she just, it felt empty. The things that I once thought were sort of artistic and creative, I sort of started to feel were just sort of fake or empty. And it's sort of nice that she's just done a simple video where you have that, but then you have an answer. It's like she's listened to some people's complaints and thought, well, I'll just make it relate to something, and it all, you know, they'll actually get an answer at the end. The mystery will be solved at the end, because people don't like mysteries. Maybe for a little bit, but you ultimately want to know, what is that about? So that was interesting. So I'm like, wow, she made an interesting video. But so far as commercial pop, the song's interesting, 911. But and also the other thing is, a lot of videos, and I hate this, they never relate to the song. The videos never relate to the song. So she's singing about 911 in some desert, and it's like Telephone, where it's about ringing someone in a club, and she's like in jail, and it just doesn't relate. And it's like, well, I had an idea for a video, and I did it to this song, even though it doesn't actually relate to the song. So I wasn't sort of expecting it to be what it was. So that was interesting. I liked it. I just sort of want to comment. I commented on the last two videos, and I sort of thought, well, I should look at this, see if it's interesting. I wasn't actually expecting to actually enjoy it or for it to be interesting. So congratulations, Lady Gaga. You did a good video. It has been a while. Yeah, hopefully, I don't know how many more singles she's going to get out of this album. She's got 3 singles, 3 videos, a couple of live performances, which is going to be difficult because of the pandemic. Her concert's been put off till next year. Presumably it's going to happen, but how much momentum will there be? Because, you know, the album will be well and truly old news by the time she actually, you know, starts rehearsing and then actually gets the concert in the arenas and stuff, or stadiums, or wherever she's doing them. But I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you thought of the video, if you liked it. You know, comments are fun. I am making a conscious effort to not hate Lady Gaga and to not be a hater, because it's just petty, and I don't want to be that guy. It was fun for a while. And some of the things I'd heard about her, I found out later, were lies. So some of the things I didn't like her for, I actually had reasons for not liking her. A couple of them I think actually are true, but the rest were twisted facts. And I sort of was listening to some haters and that, and on those sort of websites and that, and I kind of regret that, because, you know, I was being, you know, manipulated by haters, and yeah, so yeah. So I'm glad I enjoyed it. I'm glad that I'm getting over my Gaga hatred. But yeah, I'm really gonna go this time. Thanks, bye.